So we made it to the weekend. That's always a good thing, isn't it? I always like getting to the weekend. So tonight, we have on tap tonight some basketball and some baseball. So if you are here for the baseball, it is going to be after the basketball breaks. We've not got a ton of basketball breaks. We have a handful, but none of them have a lot of cards. So baseball will not be too far in the future this evening. So first up tonight, we're going to do one box of 2016-17 Panini Gold Standard Basketball. This is break number 2, meaning it is the second time we have opened this item. At least the second time that we've opened it by itself. I think we've had it paired with some things before. Of course, our eBay end date, that's 9/16/17. Our live stream schedule, also Saturday 9/16, 10:30 Eastern, which is right now. You'll find team names on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right. There's several things on there that are marked as no bids, buyback. You're going to see that throughout basketball tonight. And anything that is marked as no bids, buyback, well, that just means that no one wanted that team. It has no forever home. So if anything comes out for one of those teams, it'll stay here with me. Otherwise, if it comes out for a team that had a name across from it, it's going to be sent out to you. And let me take the camera off of autofocus because I always hate when it tries to zoom in and out while we're looking at cards. Bugs me. So I take it off of there. So a couple of shipping notes here, or housekeeping notes, whatever you want to call them. The things tonight that have free shipping, which in this case are all of the basketball breaks tonight because they're all, low card number kind of breaks. Anything that has free shipping, which are all the basketball breaks, will ship out one time per week, once per week. That's so I can keep offering free shipping and keep offering more things with free shipping. And so now that stuff goes out once every 6 to 7 days. So look for all of the things from your basketball breaks to go out about Friday or Saturday. If you have another package that goes out in the meantime with paid shipping breaks or something, obviously I'll include them and you'll get them a little sooner. Otherwise, look for them to ship in about a week. This is numbered to 269 with the Hazanga for the Magic. That is followed by Ricky Rubio to 269 for the T-Wolves. Draymond Green for the Warriors to 79. Oh, this is going to make somebody happy. We've got a hit for Brandon Ingram with the Lakers. And I do see you've got a little bit of chipping up there in the upper left corner. That's that little white spot you see up there where some of the color has chipped away. Nice little Brandon Ingram rookie double material sticker auto that is numbered to 149. Sometimes the way the light hits that, it's hard for me to see the number on them. So the Lakers are happy, pulling Brandon Ingram out of there. That's going to be followed by a hit for the Knicks with a little Kiki Vandeweghe. There's a blast from the past, so to speak. And it is numbered to 75. That one, of course, is an on-card auto for the Knicks. Another little blast from the past with some Dan Issel from the Denver Nuggets. That one is a sticker auto and numbered to 99. Of course, Dan Issel used to play for my UK Wildcats. Clippers, Blake Griffin, numbered to 269. So again, of course, all of our base cards in here are numbered. Everything in Gold Standard has a number on it. So our hits recap, Dan Issel for the Nuggets, the Kiki Vandeweghe for the Knicks, and the really nice little Brandon Ingram there for the Lakers, which just made somebody pretty happy, I expect. So that has Gold Standard locked and loaded, which is going to bring us to break number 2 tonight, which is our private signings break. And this is one box of 2016-17 Panini Private Signings NBA Basketball. This is break number 7, meaning it is the 7th time we have broken it. And same format as before. Once again, you will see several things in here that say no bids buyback. So anything that comes out for one of those teams stays with me. Otherwise, it heads out the door to you. So we have a couple of different boxes of private signings. We had 3 last week. We let random choose one, and random chose box number 2 last week. So that leaves us with number 1 and number 3. So once again, we're going to go to random and let random decide which one of those we open tonight. And what I'm going to do is hit random 3 times. Wherever we end up on the 3rd one, that will be the one that we open tonight. And it is giving us box number 3. So box number 1 will be for another break. Meanwhile, box number 3, well, I gotta find somewhere to set that. Box number 3 is the one we're gonna get in tonight. And if you guys aren't familiar with these, they do them for, good grief, they do them for football and they do them for basketball. And they're really pretty cool. They only do them once a year, and I wasn't able to get any directly from Panini, which often I'm not able to, and I end up having to buy them on the secondary market. But they're pretty fun, so I like to get them. Usually some good hits in here. Tonight we have Jaylen Brown for the Celtics, and that's a nice low number. That is numbered to 5. So that is 1 of 5 on the Jaylen Brown hit for the Celtics. Nice little hit there. And of course, you can see this is encased. All the private signings are always encased cards. And there's a lot of rookies. There's also some nice veteran and active players in there. Most things are pretty low numbered. Sometimes they have materials with them. Sometimes they're just the autographs, like that one was. But that's a pretty good bang for your buck, even when I have to buy them at a much higher price on the secondary market. I still like them, so we'll break a few more of those. That's going to bring us to 1 box of 2012-13 and 1 box of 2013-14 Panini Innovation Basketball. This is break number 28. And yeah, once again, like our other basketball tonight, you will see there are a lot of unsold teams in here, all indicated with no bids buyback. Everything else that does have a bid, of course, you'll see your user ID across from it. And one more little note. I know some of you are, or at least some of the user IDs, I think, are new to bidding with me. So one thing you should know about this, I open a lot of 2012-2013 basketball. There's 2 things to know about that. The first one is that our rookies from 2011-2012 and the 2012-2013 rookies are all found in the 2012-2013 products. That's because of the lockout in 11-12. The second thing to know is every box of 2012-13 Panini Basketball has a bonus pack inside called Kobe Anthology. What happens with Kobe Anthology is we open it up, and if we find a hit in it, a material or a signature or numbered, then it goes out via random to, amongst everybody in the break. If we don't find one, which was the case there and is the case most of the time, then those cards don't go anywhere. And all of that information is found at the bottom of each and every listing down there in that special circumstances area. It talks about bonus packs and how those are handled. So that's just to give you guys that maybe haven't done a break with me before. That gives you a little overview on what to expect anytime we open 2012-13 Panini Basketball. So right off the bat, how about a little Kyrie Irving rookie card? That's a nice hit because this is one of the insert series. I think they call these laser cut, I think, if you look them up on the price guide. So this is numbered to 349 with the Kyrie Irving nice little rookie hit there. And I don't even see, there's maybe a few little scratches there on the plastic window, but that's on all of these kind of cards like this that have that clear background. It's not uncommon to find a few little scratches and things on them. Then we've got Boogie Cousins, Nick Young, David West. Looks like our first hit out is for the Knicks, Marcus Camby, although I think this is just going to be an insert. Yeah, this is SWAT team Marcus Camby for the Knicks. Redemption, we're going to set that aside for a minute. Kim English with the Detroit Pistons. And that is an on-card auto and does not appear to be numbered. Not that I'm seeing anyway. A little Al Horford. This is going to be a stat line jersey for the Hawks. That is numbered to 199. And I love the stat line jerseys. I think they're really cool. So that's a fun little hit for the Hawks. I'm still going to leave our redemption sitting there for a minute in case we find another one over here in the 13-14 box. For the Pacers, Roy Hibbert on the stained glass insert. Aaron Offalo is our laser cut in here. That's to 199 for the Magic. You can kind of see this card has some shading and things on it. That's actually part of the card design. So it's not any kind of a weird defect or anything. Juggernauts Kyrie Irving insert for the Cavs. Bob Dandridge to 199 for the Bucks. Little Hall of Fame ink for you there. Top-notch autographs, Rory Sparrow for the Knicks. That's the 325 on the die cut. And that's a sticker auto, of course. And Kevin Love for the T-Wolves to 299 with the materials hit. That brings us to our redemption. This is going to be expired, but you do still want to put it in your Panini account. And this is Victor Claver. And I'm going to go to the checklist to look up Victor Claver, because I always go to the checklist on our redemptions. So here's the thing, guys. On the expired stuff, go ahead when you get it, scratch it off, put it into your account like you normally would. And if they have it, they'll generally send it your way within 6 or 8 weeks. If you haven't gotten anything from them in 6 or 8 weeks, my suggestion is, Rookie Innovative Ink. My suggestion is at that point that you kind of get in touch with them and just ask them, hey, what's going on? Do you still have this? Etc. And usually they will, why can I not find that? Sorry. Usually they'll work with you on a replacement if they don't still have it. A similarly valued replacement, either same player or they might ask you your favorite team, favorite player, etc. So Victor Claver is headed to the Blazers, and it looks like it is an open edition. I don't see any numbering indicated on the Panini checklist, and usually there is a number indicated if it's a numbered series. So let's recap our hits out of Innovation. The redemption for the Blazers with Victor Claver. Our Kevin Love materials hit for the T-Wolves. Rory Sparrow for the Knicks. Bob Dandridge for the Bucks. Al Horford for the Hawks with the stat line jersey. Kim English for the Pistons. And the nice little Kyrie Irving rookie hit to 349. So that is Innovation. For those of you who jumped in late, because I do see that some people have jumped in late, again, all of the basketball stuff, because it is free shipping to you guys, no shipping charged on these, that stuff now ships once a week. So look for this stuff to go out about this time next week, maybe Friday, but Friday or Saturday. And that's just to try to keep things a little more affordable so that I can keep offering free shipping and I can offer free shipping on more breaks more often. And of course, if you do have a paid shipping break or something else that goes out in the meantime, you know, these cards would hitch a ride with it and get to you a little sooner. But otherwise, that's the expectation. Next up is one box of 2015-16 Panini Black Gold Basketball. This is break number 2 for it. And, of course, you guys know the format by now, so we'll just buzz down through here and give you a chance to see your name in lights across from your team. And not as many unsold things in here, but a few still. And then after we do Black Gold, which is our last basketball break for tonight, that will then bring us to our baseball, our Heritage High Number Baseball. Did I say hi to you a while ago? I meant to, but I don't know if I did. I have been kind of all over the map tonight, and I'm not sure if I said hi to you or not. Hi, Jay. I don't think that there were, but I wouldn't say that with 100% certainty. Somebody else, if you guys remember what was hit in Gold Standard, Jay is asking that in chat, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think we did, but again, I wouldn't swear to it. For the Blazers, a little Damian Lillard, and again, I see what looks like a little bit of chipping down there. You're going to find that throughout these cards, especially the thicker ones. Going to have little edge and corner issues. Next out, Victor Oladipo for the Magic. That one is $225. Nice little 3-color patch there for the Magic. A redemption, once again, we'll set that aside. Rudy Gobert for the Jazz. And again, I see chipping, corners, and edges. And it's just the base. Tony Parker for the Spurs. May as well just bring our other base right now. Kawhi Leonard for the Spurs. James Harden for the Rockets. Materials hit to $199. Bobby Portis for the Bulls. That is a sticker auto. It is to $199. And then let's take a look at our redemption. And it is Gary Payton. And once again, I'm going to buzz it over to the checklist on that. So bear with me, guys. I cannot get into the check. I can't see chat when I'm in the checklist, by the way. So just so you guys know. And it's just taking me a minute. There's a lot of drop-down menus. If you've never been over in the Panini checklist, there's a lot of drop-down menus. Black Gold Signatures is what we need. And we're getting there. So that is going to be numbered to 75, the Gary Payton. And of course, you guys can look all this up as well on the Panini website. They publish their checklists, I think, for pretty much all of their card series. And of course, Topps puts some of their more recent ones on there, but not some of their older ones on the Topps website. So to recap our hits out of 2015-16 Black Gold Basketball, we have the Gary Payton for the Lakers, which will be numbered to 75. And then we have Bobby Portis for the Bulls to 199 with the sticker auto. And I do see a little bit of chipping on the upper edge of this one. I don't know how well it shows up with the glare, but there's a little spot of white up there. The James Harden material to 199 for the Rockets. And then to 25, the Oladipo materials for the Magic. And let me take a look here. Jay, I'm going to look here real quick and see if there was anything in base or anything that's... No, it doesn't look like there was anything for the Celtics base or otherwise in Gold Standard, Jay. I couldn't remember for sure if there was one in base, so that's why I wanted to check before I told you with certainty. All right, guys, give me 1 second here to move basketball off on down the sorting mat, because we got to pick up this giant case here of, this is a big one, of Heritage High Number Baseball, which is huge. We're opening half of it tonight, but what we will do is take out all the boxes. We'll number them on the end, and then we'll let random determine which ones we open tonight in this particular half case break. So this is 6 boxes of 2017 Topps Heritage High Number Baseball. This is half case break number 1. And we will take a moment to scroll down through here so you guys can all refresh your memories as to which teams you have. And for this, because this, of course, this has a lot of cards in it, so this did have a shipping charge attached to it. So your Heritage High Number Baseball, you can look for this to ship out probably in the range of Tuesday to Wednesday. And if I can get it out to you sooner, I will. But kind of look for it in that area, and then obviously if I can get it to you quicker, you'll get a shipping notice. I do print pretty much all my labels through eBay, so you will, or you should, I will say, you should get a shipping notification from eBay once the label is printed. And then it should also add the tracking number to your order. Now, sometimes it'll mess up and not add the tracking number, but it hasn't done that much lately. And hopefully they've got that fixed, because that was a real drag when that was happening all the time. So we will, and I am not one of these breakers who prints the label right away and makes you think it's been shipped, and then they don't actually drop it off for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days later. That is not how I do it. So when I print the label, you will know it is actually going to the post office, as opposed to a lot of people who they print their labels so that they can get eBay credit for shipping them quickly, or at least acting like they've shipped them quickly, but then they don't really send them on the way for many, many days later. And there are a lot of breakers that do that, because I buy into a lot of breaks, so I have it done to me quite often, actually. But I don't do it that way. So, whichever 6 boxes come up, which it looks like tonight, we're going to... Does that say 19? Well, it was supposed to say 10. So, where I've typed in 19, because I'm an idiot, was supposed to have been 10. So, we're opening boxes 4, 10, 5, 12, 8, and 11. Because I had a big old nice typo on there. Yay. That's pretty bad, isn't it? You make a typo just typing in 1 to 12. All right, let's find, here is box number 4. And then we need number 5. I had to write these down so that I would remember. So let's get these out of the way. The second half of this I know is already listed, but what I do not remember is what night it ends. I need 8. I'm still just kind of all out of sorts, guys. I have a lot of stuff that I scheduled to start. And so sometimes I might have remembered typing it up to start, but then it hasn't actually started yet. And sometimes I do it by hand, but a lot of times I don't. 2, 3, I'm missing one. What am I missing? What? Which one am I missing? I've got 4 and 5. Oh, I'm missing, no, there's 8. 5, 8, 10. I'm missing number 12. I set number 12 down on the ground. Let's try that again. There we go. There is number 12. So there's all of our numbers that we should have. And yeah. So anyway, I know that I know the second half of this is already listed, the back half of this case, but I don't know when it ends. I think we've actually got another case started as well, probably already up and running. I did have a little bit of a, many of you guys know, because a lot of you break with me often, you know that I had a death in the family last week, so I'm just starting to get caught back up after missing several days of things with that, so we should be back on track pretty soon. So here's what we're looking for: a real one autograph or relic card in every box. And then, of course, we've got our little whatever you want to call it, box loader type deal. And this is my first time opening this as well. I took a couple of days off to get us caught up on shipping and everything, so I'm anxious to get a look at all this myself. My first break of it, it came out Wednesday, I guess. So we will, I guess what we will do with this is we'll have to do random between Rangers, Pirates, and Cubs. And we might as well just do that now, I think. That way I don't have to think about it and forget potentially to do it later. I do generally enter things either left to right or top to bottom. This, of course, is oriented left to right, so that's what we will do here. So we'll be typing in Rangers, Pirates, Cubs. Actually, you know what? There's one other thing we should do first. Let's make sure that nobody owns two of those teams. We do have some multi-team owners tonight, because if you own two of the three, it would just go to you straight out. So Rangers is Sunny. Let's look at the Pirates. That is here. And then let's look at our Cubs. Okay, so yeah, we do have three different team owners. We'll go back to where we were. So I will hit random 3 different times, and on the third random, whoever's on top on the third random will take the box loader home. So there's the first, here goes the second, here is the third and final. There's the 3 times, our date and time stamp, and it is headed to the Pirates. So this box loader to the Pirates. And bear with me here, I want to get it back in its little package. And then make a note on the back that it is random to the Pirates. On the back of the package, not of the card, obviously. All right, so that has that out of the way. And I guess we'll just random that each time that in each one of our box loaders. Oh, Black Gold, guys. Does anybody in chat, can anybody tell me exactly what hit in Black Gold? I know there was a Laker because it was a redemption. And boy, honestly, beyond that, I'm not even sure. I don't keep that stuff in my head. As soon as I say it and the break's done, I kind of clear it out and move on. I know that's awful, but it is true. And we broke, what, 4 or 5 basketball products there. The only one I remember for sure is the Laker, because it was a redemption that I had to go look up. And, oh man, it was a couple of materials hits. I think maybe one was a Magic, but not 100% sure of that. And I don't know. That's bad, Mitra, but I don't remember. I was hoping maybe somebody was still in chat that would remember and could type it in there and tell you, but they must have all run off since we've moved into baseball here. All right, let's stop and look through these, and then we'll open the rest of those packs. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff that are base cards. We're going to just kind of go through at a pretty decent little clip. There's one of our inserts. And there may be, oh, there's a, yeah, there may be some short prints in here. I have not had time to learn the short prints yet. I apologize. As I mentioned, I'm just a bit off of the normal track with my grandmother having passed last Friday. So, Christian Roro, there's a Nunez. But I will figure out what our short prints are. And if you guys happen to spot one, excuse me, if you guys spot a short print when we go through, feel free to jump into chat and let me know. It does not hurt my feelings at all. If I miss something, jump in there and let me know. Rookie Performers Aaron Judge insert. Hanager rookie. A little Dan Vogelbach. Victoria, yes, all the basketball has already been done. We are now into the baseball. There's a little Andrew Tolles, and that, of course, is like a glossy type card. I'm sure that has a name, but I'm blanking on what it is. So for right now, I'm just going to call it a glossy insert. Alfaro for the Phillies. You know, there is the possibility to pull some Aaron Judge autographs, even out of high number. And, of course, we should have some Bellinger and other possibilities in here, too. I haven't even had time to watch anybody else's breaks. So, what have you guys seen coming out? Have you seen heavy-hitting stuff coming out, or more run-of-the-mill, those of you who have watched other Heritage high-number breaks? There's a nice little Bellinger rookie. Zobrist insert. There went a Sejadin. Oh, Jesse Winker. Ian Happ. I was kind of sad to see that the Indians lost, you know. They had such a nice little streak going. I mean, I'm a Reds fan. So normally I wouldn't root for the Indians, but I kind of liked that they had such a nice win streak going. I'm at least glad that they got to 22. Got over the hump to kind of own that second place spot by themselves. And, of course, there's tons of people that would say the Giants, what was it, 26 or 28 game streak many, many years ago. Maybe it was 28. There will be a lot of people that would say that one wouldn't count anyway because of the one tie game in there. But anyway, I was glad to see him end up with 22, but I would like for him to have kept winning. It was kind of nice. We have a Clubhouse Collection Materials hit, Byron Buxton. We do have a little tiny bit of a pinstripe in there, little edge of one. So first out to the Twins, game used memorabilia. Tell you what, I'm going to set our inserts in a different little spot there, just in case we want to look at them later. The one thing I wish they would do differently with Heritage, because I love Heritage, it's one of my favorite series, but I do wish that they would put in a couple more hits. That's my only complaint. And that's probably just because I'm spoiled, you know. We all get spoiled. That was JT Riddle. With used to having lots of hits, you know. So then when we get to products that don't have as much, then that's what happens. Oh, Jeff, they're calling that one Chrome. The one that I call glossy. That's weird, because that's not at all even remotely like a typical Chrome card, but if that's what they're calling it, that's what we'll go with. Mesoraco. If that guy could ever stay off the DL, I'd be happy. Alfaro for the Phillies. See, that one to me seems more like chrome than the other one did, but I guess they are both considered chrome, but here's the difference in the two. I mean they are, I guess, similar, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem the same to me, but I'm sure it is. Thank you for telling me what that was called anyway, Jeff. I should have probably figured out on my own that that's what they would have called it, but so Zimmer, Frazier, Boog Powell. Then after every box, I'm just going to move our base cards over onto the sorting mat so that we keep a little open space back there. I don't like the stacks to get super high. All right, so in this one, we do not have our little triple strip. In this one, we have a 50th anniversary one original 1968 card inside. So we have a little different surprise at the top of this box than what we had in the other one. Well, yeah, you can tell it's from 1968. Look how terribly it's cut. Yeah, I mean, you remember they all used to be so miscut and everything. So the Angels get the original 1968 card, Sammy Ellis. Of course, they do have it stamped with the 50th anniversary on it. I just put it in sleeve there, but so you can see the stamp on it, but that's the original card, so that's kind of cool. XPL, have you been to the movies today? I'm assuming you must have gone to see it. What teams do you have in tonight, man? It was good? Oh, cool. I don't really have much time to go to the movies anymore, and certainly not recently. There's a bunch I would like to see. Eventually, I guess I'll catch them when they're on Netflix or something, somewhere along the way. But you know, it has gotten good reviews, and Stephen King is always pretty solid, so I'm not surprised it was a good one. And if you guys at any point want the pace to change, if you want to go through the base slower or faster, just jump into chat and let me know. I'm happy to accommodate whatever you guys prefer. I just, in general, when there's a lot of base, I kind of tend to buzz on through them at a pretty good little clip, unless someone jumps in and asks for a different pace. And that's mainly, we got a lot of them, right? I mean, we got a lot of cards in here. Oh, you have a copy of it signed by Stephen King. Wow, that's nice, XPL. That's pretty sweet. Is it first edition? don't have very many first edition books that are signed, but I do have a few. I enjoy reading. I just so seldom have time to do it. When I do have, quote, free time, I usually spend it sleeping. Most of my free time, when I have it, is in the overnight hours. And sometimes even then, I don't sleep. I stay up, and sometimes you'll get shipping notices at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Brandon Phillips for the Braves with the chrome card there. I just need a few more hours in the day most days. Oh, you don't know if it's first edition? Gotcha. Because if it is, you know, first edition signed, probably worth some money, man. Even first edition unsigned is probably worth a little money. First edition signed is probably worth a lot, I would imagine. You should check that out. You might be sitting on a gold mine. You know, we still have a ton of 2017 baseball products that are coming out. But I'm also already looking forward to 2018 because I'm thinking about who's going to be in there, you know. Like, I'm excited about Rhys Hoskins and some of those guys that aren't making it into our 2017 products but are going to be in 2018. Tyler Glasnow Clubhouse Collection for the Pirates with a materials hit. And Asuna for the Pirates on the chrome parallel. If any of you are into memorabilia, if you like, you know, signed jerseys and signed bats and things like that, got a couple of things coming up next week. Got a Hit Parade autographed baseball bat. Got a pair of those. I think one is listed and the other one's not yet. And I would have to look. I remember Aaron Judge is one of the people who is possible to pull from that, but I don't remember who the other people are. And the same thing for the jersey. I know Aaron Judge is one of the signers on the Hit Parade jersey, and I don't have that one listed yet. But I haven't had baseball memorabilia, i.e. jerseys or gloves or bats and stuff, in a couple weeks, so I'm kind of glad to get some of that back into the rotation. All right, and we're back to our little strip of cards. And on this one, we have the A's and the Royals, but there are 2 A's, so this automatically heads off to the A's because that is more than 50% of the card. So that one doesn't require any random. It just heads straight to the A's. XPL, you're asking for what? Oh, non-sport 8x10s. Oh, you mean a break of that? A break of like autograph, like you mean like celebrity 8x10s? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking there, XPL. You're gonna have to lead me a little. I'm slow tonight. Wade, we did do the private signings. All the basketball is already done, and it was a Celtic, I think. It was numbered 1 of 5. That much I do remember, and I think it was a Celtic. XPL, what are you saying yes to? Celebrities? You're looking for a break of celebrity, like actors and actresses kind of thing? Like Americana? Panini Americana, that sort of thing? Although those aren't 8x10, so I guess not exactly that thing. You would have to tell me what, do you have like some specific product in mind? I mean, I'm always open to looking at stuff and seeing if it makes sense. But on that one, you're going to have to probably give me an idea of exactly what, whoops, my screen's going to sleep, of exactly what product you are thinking of. A little Dansby. Has he been called back up, Dansby, or is he still back down? It's by Super Break. You know, I've done some Super Break other things. Super Break Basketball, I believe, is the last Super Break that I did. There's a mini and a Amir Garrett, whoops, an Amir Garrett mini for the Reds. Super Break is one of those that's kind of hit or miss for me. I prefer Leaf. I think I get better hits out of Leaf than I do out of Super Break, generally speaking. Whoops, 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 whoops. I just about went by our hit. Corey Kluber for the Indians. Speaking of the streak earlier, nice little Corey Kluber hit for you. And of course, we will recap all the hits and things at the end of the break as well. If anybody's kind of jumping in and out, which I have a tendency to do when I'm watching breaks. There's a parallel for the Blue Jays with the blue, light blue background there. An Osuna Chrome. .1968 is actually one of my favorite card designs from Topps Baseball. Of the older ones, obviously. I always kind of like the looks of them. You like XPL, you like the random swimsuit model autographs. That's funny. You ought to get, what is it called? Bench warmers, right? I don't know if they have autographs in them, but I've never opened that product. But I've seen it, obviously, for sale at places. A little Mike Trout insert. Once you've found the hit, it's always anticlimactic when you sort through the rest of the box, right? I mean, because you know you've already found the hit. Of course, it's always the possibility of short prints, which sometimes are worth more than the hits. In fact, many times are worth more than the hits. Depending, of course, on the hit and on the short print. But you know what I mean. That's funny, XPL. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any experience with the bench warmers product at all, so I don't know much about it, but I don't know. I've never even really seen anyone do a break with just celebrity 8x10s or anything like that. Are there people that break just that stuff? I mean, I guess there probably are. I've just never really noticed it, but then again, I haven't ever really been looking for it either, so there you go. Phillies, Mets, and A's on this one. So we will do the same thing. We'll pop over here and see if anyone owns 2 of the 3 teams, and if so, then it would go to that person, and if not, we'll plug it into random. All right, so our Phillies are here. Who is our other one? Mets here. And then the A's here. So no, we have all different owners there as well. And that means that we are going to roll back over to random. If I can get, whoops, if I can get myself over there, that is. I just hit the wrong button and I don't even know what's going on. I opened the wrong browser somewhere along the way. All right, so that is going to be Phillies, Mets, A's. And again, 3 randoms. There's the first, here's the second, the third, and final. And there you'll see 3 times. There's our date and time stamp. That one is headed to the Phillies. All right, let me get this one put in and noted which team it goes to, and then we'll buzz right on along and go from there. Man, for some reason the fan on my computer is so loud tonight. I don't know if you guys hear it or not. I definitely hear it, and it is really loud. Oh, what is going on with it? I think the thing's like about ready to blow up or something. It's not, I should back that up. It's not the fan in the laptop. I keep the laptop setting on a little cooling pad type thing. And that little cooling pad thing has an angled where you can prop it up so I can access it more easily while I'm doing the breaks. And that little cooling pad has 2 or 3 fans in it. And one of them sounds like it is getting ready to take flight and take off. don't know, XPL. I mean, I can take a look at that and just kind of see what's out there. I'm not making any promises on doing a celebrity-only break, but I'll take a look at it and see what's available. Yeah, one of the problems with that, at least one of the things that I personally wouldn't love, there's Carlos Martinez for the Cardinals, is having to do like a huge long list of names. As like I see you're saying that, you know, somebody does multiple names in one spot, but I just don't like doing that. I mean, just like there are people that will break sports products and rather than list it by team, they will list it by player name. And, you know, sometimes those checklists have hundreds upon hundreds. Well, I mean, most times checklist has hundreds and hundreds, hundreds of people in it. And they will literally list them all one at a time. And I just can't, I don't know. That's just not my thing. I do not like that as much. Every once in a while, if a checklist is not like out of hand, I will list it like that. Or if the people in it are like exceptional, I will list it like that. But I'm not one of these that will list 300 or 400 names for one break like some breakers do. I just don't. It's just not my thing. Joe, I do ship all cards from this break. Generally speaking, most breaks I ship everything. If there is a break where I don't ship the base, it will always say so if somewhere in the item description, usually right about the spot where, you know, it gives the date and the time of the break, and then it tells, you know, the quantity and the name of the item being opened. It would say it in that kind of in that area roughly, if the base doesn't ship. But out of this tonight, yeah, the base will ship. It would be a lot faster to not ship the base, but people like it, you know. You like set building and things like that. A lot of people do, so most of the time I send them. XPL, I will think about it. I will look into it and see what is out there in the way of products and see if anything looks like it makes sense. But in general, I mean, I have my hands full almost with basketball, football, and baseball. I don't know how much more room I have to add something else. Because honestly, it seems like every week there's at least 2 or 3 new products if you count all 3 sports. And man, I mean, it's pretty time consuming. Our hit out of this box, Sean Newcomb for the Braves. Might as well go ahead and get him in a sleeve as well. We found that one fairly early in the box too. There's another parallel, the Michael Givens for the Orioles with the blue border. Bonus hit. Because here we have Daniel Murphy, Clubhouse Collection for the Nationals with our little relic card. So we got 2 hits in that box. At least I think, yeah, we did, right? Yes. This is not a new box that I'm in, is it? No, because I just opened the other one. Oh, boy. See what happens? Look at so many cards, you just lose track. Do you know anybody that likes the Steelers? You're funny. You know I love the Steelers. You know the Steelers are my favorite team. So yeah, I know lots of people that like the Steelers. Love my Pittsburgh Steelers. I like our rookies this year too. Actually, I like my rookies for the Reds this year as well. My poor little rebuilding Reds. One of these days will be good again. My little sorting mat is getting full over there. I gotta move some things around, have more space. All right, this is box number 5 that I am cutting into right now, or cutting the plastic on, I should say. So 5 of 6, and we've got another original 1968 card instead of our 3-panel box topper. So we've got another shot of pulling something awesome. Oh, you're a Ravens fan. Oh, listen, you should be able to get rid of Le'Veon Bell jerseys, no problem, man. Just put those up on eBay. Le'Veon's been, he sold really well last year. I would assume he would still be selling well this year as well, or this year also. So our 1968 card, once again, headed to the Angels. So both of our little 1968 cards, original 1968 cards with the 50th anniversary stamp on them, but both of them to the Angels. Yeah, I've got a friend who's a Ravens fan. She and her whole family are Ravens fans, which makes my life kind of hard on the times that they beat us, which fortunately aren't super often, but enough that makes my life difficult from time to time. Got friends who are Patriots people, Redskins, Ravens, Vikings. So my friends are kind of all spread out over the map in terms of loyalty for football. I figure this box, we may as well just take them all out right at the front. Oh, you live in Wisconsin and you're not a Packers fan, huh? All right, here we go with box number 5 of 6. Nice little Cody Bellinger Rookie Performers insert. That kid is really busting it. He's at what, 38 homers? Is that right? There's a chrome for Meha for the Twins. And he's, what is, Judge was like at 40, what, 3 or 4 maybe for the year. And Bellinger, you know, was called up, whereas Judge started the season. So Cody's closing some ground on him. Was that, yeah, that was Aaron on a now and then insert. I don't know if I said that or not. Like I said, sometimes, you know, you just go into kind of autopilot, but I know on the Judge and the Bellingers both, you guys you're interested in the inserts regardless of whether or not they are numbered on some of our rookies. Oh, the Jose De Leon is an action variation. All right, let's go back and find that one then. I'll go back and grab it and set it aside. And you guys may or may not know this, but there is a delay from when you type something in chat and when it pops up on my side for me to see it. So that's why I'm guessing you probably typed that right after I passed it, but it didn't pop up until right when I said it. So we're just going back through this that we've already looked at to try to find the De Leon that I passed up. I don't know where it is. Well, come on. Oh, I see you say it's in the first pile. Yeah, we're busting through that first pile. Blah, 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 blah. First pile right now. Is this the one? I'm assuming that's the one. I believe that's the one you're talking about, yes? So is that that's a short print then, or just a variation? Benintendi Rookie Performances insert. Hey, there's our hit. For the Brewers, a little Lewis Brinson. Yeah, that was the card. Okay, cool. So is that technically a short print or just a variation? Another variation with the blue border. I should show you the back of that too. So the variations are all short print. Okay, cool. You know, sometimes there are variations that are not also short print. Thank you for catching that, Jeff. I appreciate it. There's the other one to compare it to. After I've done a sort or two, I will be able to pick out most of those variations pretty quickly. And when I've had a little more time to spend with the checklists and things, this last week has been obviously not a normal week for me, having had the death in the family. So everything's a little bit out of whack in terms of the way I would normally do it, or the amount of time I would have had to look at it ahead of time. This is box number 6 out of 6. This is the last box of this particular half case break. And if you weren't signed on earlier, look for this stuff from Heritage to ship probably in the Tuesday, Wednesday range. Basketball, of course, has its own shipping schedule because those were all free shipping breaks and they ship once a week. But for Heritage, look for this to go out Tuesday or Wednesday, sooner if I can get it to you. So this is Orioles, Mets, and Mariners. So we are again headed to random to, it doesn't really want to sit there very well, does it? Headed to random to get this assigned. If I can get you on the page. I was on the page, but didn't have you on the page. Oh, crud. You know what? I forgot to go look at the teams. So we're not quite ready to go there yet. Who did I say it was? Orioles, Mets, and Mariners. Okay, here's Orioles. Here's Mets. And Mariners. So, nope, 3 different ones again. And we'll do the same format 3 times. Whoever's on top, third random, takes it home. There's first, here's second, the third and final. There's our 3 times, our date and time stamp, and that one's headed to the Mets. So at least the Mets didn't get blanked after they didn't get the other one. They're gonna get this one. I think it was the Mets, right? And they're running for a couple of these. And that one you take home. Just give me 1 second. I need to mark on the back of this who got it. All right. Here we go. Our 6th and final box. Oh, XPL, you out of here? All right, ma'am. Well, it was good to see you. Have a good rest of your night. And Jeff, you have sent me, oh, some of the ratios. Okay. So that particular action variation is 1 in 31. Okay. 1 in 31 packs, I should have said. Yeah, a lot of them, after I've sorted once or twice, I'll have a pretty good feel for most of them just after, you know, you can just look at them and know right away. Oh, you think there might have been a Bellinger error short print in an earlier box? Okay. Well, when I sort, I'll definitely make sure and keep an eye out for that as well, Joe. Thank you. The error cards, why can I not say that word, error? For some reason, I can't spit that out tonight. Yeah, those can be a little trickier sometimes when they fly by because depends on what the error is. And sometimes it's really obvious, and other times it's very nuanced, and you have to know that you're looking for it. So I will do a, yeah, so you think there was, yeah, when I sort it, I'll just take a second look at all the Bellingers, and hopefully, if it is in there, if you are correct and there was one that went by, then I should be able to find it when we sort it out. And Jeff, you saw a throwback jersey? Do you remember who the player was? I don't really remember seeing a throwback uniform. Normally those I do kind of catch, even if out of the corner of my eye, I normally catch those, so I don't remember seeing one. Oh, yeah, the backs for sure. I mean, the backs, you definitely, there are some variations of those from time to time. Now, I don't typically go through all of these and do the backs, but if someone wants to, I mean, we can pick the pile up and do a quick sort and look at the back of all of them. That's not a problem if you guys want to do that. Normally, that's the kind of thing I would find variation in the color on the back. It's normally something I would find when I would sort. But yeah, we can definitely do that if you want to. Oh, you're saying in a break last night you saw the throwback jersey, not tonight. Okay, all right, in a different break with someone else. Well, that makes sense. Because I didn't think I had seen one, but you know, like I said, sometimes when there's a lot of base, you just kind of go on autopilot almost, and so every once in a while, something will get by me that I didn't register. Jose Bautista for the Jays, our relic card. And, oh, we just passed a color swap. Do you know what player it was by chance? First pile, okay. Why am I still not seeing it? I'm like, I still didn't see it. Still didn't see it. Well, if it's in there, then you saw it that second time. I somehow still didn't see it. Yeah, just remember, of course, yeah, I see you saying now I just passed it, but there's that delay in chat, right? Like you guys type it in, but it doesn't show up on my side right away for some stupid reason. And so then by the time you tell me that I passed it up, like it's like way gone past, which just is no fun. Oh, Jeff, you had some damage from Irma? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Honestly, I thought Irma was going to be... I mean, it was bad, don't get me wrong. I mean, it was obviously bad in Florida, but thank goodness it wasn't as bad as they had predicted it was going to be. Because it looked there for a while like it was just going to be catastrophic for the whole state. And I was relieved to see that it wasn't as bad as they thought it might be, but yet, of course, it's horrible for anyone that's impacted by it, obviously. So I am sorry to hear that. I hope it didn't get you real bad, man. The Zach Wheeler Chrome for the Mets. Speaking of Chrome, we're not very far from the release of Bowman Chrome. Next week, this upcoming week, on Wednesday, comes out Gold Label and Triple Threads, which I love Triple Threads. I used to love Triple Threads football too, of course. They lost their football license, but we still get Triple Threads baseball. So those two come out next week on Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. And then the week after that, the following Wednesday, is Bowman Chrome. Oh, the eye wall went right up the middle of where you live. Oh, my goodness. Then you did get some pretty, probably some pretty heavy damage there, I imagine, then. Are you in the Keys? Oh, you had power out. Power's out for 4 days. A lot of trees, and 2 neighbors had trees in their houses. Wow. I mean, some of the pictures you see, you know, really, I'm sure just don't even do it justice in comparison to what it looks like when you're actually there living it. And some of the Caribbean islands were just decimated as well. I mean, I'm thankful that Florida didn't look like some of those Caribbean islands look afterwards. Although, again, I realize if you're there and you've been impacted by it, it doesn't really matter whether it's that way over the whole state or not. It's that way for you, and that's terrible. I hate to hear that. I'm glad you're okay, though. So here's the variation that I do know we have, because you guys flagged it and we caught it. That is the Jose De Leon action variation. There is our Amir Garrett mini for the Reds. Here are our 2 original 1968 cards, both terribly miscut, which was the order of the day back in 68. And then, of course, they just had that 50th anniversary little foil stamp added to the front of them. Then our hits. The Jose Bautista relic for Toronto. Lewis Brinson autograph for the Brewers. Daniel Murphy relic for the Nationals. Sean Newcomb autograph for the Braves. Corey Kluber for those 22-win Indians, who sadly then lost. Tyler Glasnow for the Pirates. Byron Buxton for the Twins. And that is the recap of all those massive number of cards that we just opened for Heritage High Number, half case. So that is it for tonight, everybody. I thank you so much. I appreciate you bidding with me, breaking with me, chatting, and all of that other fun stuff. And I hope that I'll see you again on another break. I've got lots of stuff that goes up. New stuff gets added pretty much every day, and I break most every night, almost every night. So hopefully I will see you again soon. In the meantime, have a great rest of your weekend, and thanks so much. Bye-bye.